Are you sitting on a business idea, but you're just unsure where to start? In this kickoff episode, we're going to break down what it really means to have the entrepreneurial spirit. And guess what? Spoiler alert, you already have it. It's already inside you. You're going to learn what the entrepreneurial spirit actually is and what it's not, how to spot the signs that you're built for this, steps to activate your mindset and take real action, and lastly, how to start with what you already have, even if you're starting with zero. This episode is your mindset shift. It's time to stop watching from the sidelines and start thinking, building, and growing like the CEO you're meant to be. So I want you to settle in and get ready to discover the entrepreneur within you. Because today we're talking about discovering your entrepreneurial spirit. What is the entrepreneurial spirit? Well, let's clear this up right now. The entrepreneurial spirit isn't about having an MBA or a perfect business plan. It's a mindset. It's the way you see problems and immediately start thinking of better solutions. It's being curious, resilient, creative. It's writing down ideas at midnight and whispering, "What if I actually did this?" If that sounds like you, congratulations. That's not random. That's the beginning of something powerful. Again, I want to welcome you to the Startup Success Lab and Academy. I'm Tori Tolbert, and today we're going to talk about something that gets thrown around a lot, but honestly is so misunderstood: the entrepreneurial spirit. Before we get started, I want to stay connected, so tap on the subscribe button because you don't want to miss future episodes and the opportunity to stay connected. Now, I know what you might be thinking: entrepreneurship, that's for the bold, the risk takers, the people with deep pockets, right? But actually, that's just not true. Okay, so I mean, sure, you see those stories in the headlines, but real entrepreneurship isn't reserved for the wealthy or the fearless. It's for someone who's curious, who's willing to get back up after setback, and who's ready to take action, even if it's a tiny step. That's the real entrepreneurial mindset: curiosity, resilience, and action. And honestly, I didn't start with a trust fund or a fancy network. My journey began with a simple idea, and I kid you not, zero resources. Take this podcast, for instance. I literally was just sipping a nice cup of coffee one morning, and I just started thinking, what if I can turn my book, The Startup Success Manual, into a podcast or lab or even an online academy? And well, I didn't have a roadmap, but I had that itch to try. So if you're listening and you've got that itch too, you're already halfway there. What did I do first? I reviewed my book and started laying out a plan. And it took me about 6 months. And I know that sounds like a long time, but I wanted it to be right, not perfect, because I gave myself grace to make mistakes along the way. Don't let being perfect interfere with your growth, because no matter how perfect you try to make anything, mistakes will happen. Start where you are and make changes along the way. Sometimes you can get the message across little by little and then build from there. Seriously, if you get a little out, you can start the growth process. Whatever your idea might be, start writing down possible names of the business or service if you haven't already. Then write what the business is about and who you want to serve. What are the signs you already have it? And it meaning the entrepreneurial spirit. So let's do a quick self check. You hate being micromanaged, you crave freedom and flexibility, you come up with business ideas all the time. You've been through tough seasons and you always figure it out. If you nodded to even one of those, you've already got the spark. Now it's time to fan the flame. How do you know if you're wired for this? I get asked that all the time, and people say, Tori, I don't know if I have what it takes. But here's the thing: you don't have to be some kind of business prodigy. There are a few signs, um, though, that you might be naturally suited for entrepreneurial path. Maybe you're always spotting problems and thinking there's got to be a better way, or you get excited about starting new projects, even if you don't finish a single one. Maybe you're the person friends come to when they need to brainstorm or figure something out. Those are Those are all clues. And there's this misconception that successful founders are these lone geniuses or they never mess up. But honestly, some of the best entrepreneurs I know are just regular people who saw an opportunity and decided to go for it. Like I know a woman who started a bakery out of her tiny kitchen, apartment kitchen. No business degree, no investors, just a love for baking and a knack for connecting with her neighbors. That's entrepreneurship too. And she became very successful by just starting in the space that she was in. So if you're wondering how to spot or nurture those traits in yourself or someone else, start by paying attention to what excites you, what frustrates you, and where you naturally want to jump in and make things better. That's where the magic starts. How do you unlock it? The entrepreneurial spirit, being an entrepreneur. How do you go from maybe I could to I'm doing this? Start with reflection. Ask yourself, what am I great at? What do people always come to me for? What frustrates me that I wish someone would fix? These are your clues. That's where your business idea is hiding. Next, you want to start small. Don't go big. Start small. Take tiny steps. Offer a service before a product. Use what you already have skills, knowledge, networks. Use free tools like Canva, Google Docs, and yes, ChatGPT. Don't wait for perfect. Just start. Okay, but we now have to really get practical when it comes to having the entrepreneurial spirit. Maybe you're sitting on an idea right now, but you're stuck thinking, I don't have the money, I don't have the connections, I don't even know where to start. I hear you, but here's the mindset reset. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start thinking like a CEO, even if you're the only employee. So, what does that look like? First, you have to get clear on your why. What's driving you? Then look at what you already have. Maybe it's a skill, a network of friends, or just a willingness to learn. Use that. Take the first step, even if it's a small one. I know that I repeat that all the time, but even if the steps are small, it's okay. For me, I started with a side hustle, literally just helping people in my community network and find jobs. And I even started planning local events and cruises on the lake with people at my job and in my community. One person can ask another person and another person, and before you know it, your network is growing. But I was good at it because I loved being social. I didn't have funding, but I did have resourcefulness. I leaned on my community and I asked for feedback and I just kept building one tiny win at a time. And honestly, that's how you turn an idea into action. So if you're waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect amount of money, let me tell you, it's not coming. So don't wait. Start where you are now. Start with what you've got right now. That's how you ignite your inner entrepreneur. Now it's time to make it real. Entrepreneurship is more than a job title. It's an identity. It's how you think, how you move, how you solve. You don't have to quit your job tomorrow, but you do have to commit to your own growth. Build your side hustle and then become the real entrepreneur where your business is now your business. Test your ideas. Surround yourself with entrepreneurial energy. Books, podcasts, people. You are not waiting for permission. You're activating purpose. If this episode lit something inside you, drop a comment, send me a DM, or share this with someone who needs to hear it. Tell me what's one business idea that's been sitting on your heart. Don't forget to subscribe and get updates each time we add a new lab. You must think, build, and grow. That's the formula for success. Think like an entrepreneur, build with strategy, and grow into the CEO you're meant to be.